Yeah, man. I tried to make it a short, but it's not gonna work. So long story short, right? Who that, Leah? Long story short, I got a question for the people, right? If, well, one shout out, my boy, your man. I would say your name, but right, you know why. Anyhow, shout out to all the dads out there, the single dads doing what they do. You know what I mean? Trying to do what they do or doing what they do. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? The struggle is real. You know what I mean? Or if you pulling it off, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Best of luck, well wishes, and all that. Because it's hard out here for dads. That's a fact. Dads that got evil, you know what I mean? Evil baby mamas. Or, you know what I mean? Conniving baby mamas, or envious baby mamas, or jealous baby mamas, or they just don't want to see you happy. That basically what around it. If you happy, they not. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a problem, they want to make one. Hold on. Cuzzo. That's the Cuzzo. What's the name? So now, boom, check it. I did a shout out to the dad's joint, you know what I'm saying? So now, boom, I got a question. Because it's getting to the point, it's long past overdue. Let me keep it a beanie man. How would you feel, right, if you died, right? Let's say you passed away, you died, you left this earth. You know what I mean? Like, you died, and then they didn't even put your name on your headstone. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I probably had some whole joint mapped out I was going to talk about, and then lead up and then hit you over the back of the head with the you ain't got no, but I'm gonna skip all that. You die for whatever reason, you leave this earth for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Now, your friends and your family, more likely than so, your family is gonna be the one that, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be the ones that, you know what I mean, overseeing the whole, you know what I mean, orchestrating and putting together the ceremony, so on and so forth. So now, you in the ground, you know what I'm saying? Dirt on you and all that. Your name's not on your, now, I know it take a little minute to get the tombstone and, you know what I mean, get your name and get it etched out and all that the way you like it, cool. But how long do you sit in the ground without a headstone? I feel some sort of way. Like, when people that I know, that I care for, love, friends and family of mine, when they pass, fam, you don't go nowhere. Like, I might not see you in the physical. I'm constantly talking to you. I'm gonna be talking to you, asking for advice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, watch out, you know what I mean? Look, watch out for me, all sorts of craziness. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be pulling up to your spot where your physical at. I'm gonna be pulling up, polying. You know what I'm saying? When I used to smoke, I'm gonna sit there, poly with you, smoke, have a drink, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Bring myself back to order. You know what I'm saying? For me to go years going to certain people's resting spots, right? It bothers me. You know what I'm saying? My homies, a lot of my homies, yo, if you pull up to their graves, they don't have no marker. None. It's the same little stake in the ground with the piece of paper that was there a week after or a day after they put the soil on you. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care. Like, I feel like it's like kind of like when your kids at 18, certain parents, hey, you're on your own, you're 18, you're grown, you do for yourself, which I ain't gonna hold you. That's not really a bad, I'm not saying your parents might not want you or nothing like that, but it's not a bad thing to get kicked out at 18 by your parents, because then at least you'll learn how to struggle, survive, save, ration, you know what I'm saying? Like, you learn all those things. When you just chilling at your parents' house, or, you know what I mean, lamping at granny's, you think like, oh, I'm good, I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's a negative. You know what I'm saying? I think every little dude, especially little dudes, the females, y'all can chill at home until, you know what I'm saying, Papa Bear say, you know, you can bounce. But the dudes, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I don't love you. It's not that I don't want you here. I just don't want you to grow up to be no couch sitting bum at blank dude. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want you sitting on nobody's couch laying up on nobody's couch, waiting, listening to somebody, none of that. I want you to be able to worry about you, struggle, focus on you, come up, make something out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? All that couch potatoes, I coulda, woulda, did. It's quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's why, truthfully, I'm not even with all that public assistance nonsense, man. I ain't never had food stamps. Well, me personally, my mom's did. Like I said, if you go to some of my videos, my mom's had public assistance billions of years ago for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Or if it. You see what I'm saying? This car, I don't know if y'all seen, but this car, it's like trying to end people's lives. You wasn't even worried about switching the lane. As soon as you see me switch the lane, now you want to speed up. I don't understand people like that. But anyway, man, back to getting kicked out your crib at 18. I think all the dudes, not for nothing. And yo, explain it to them like, yo, look, my ninja, I love you and all that, but I can't keep you up in here. If I keep you up in here, it's a soft walk. That's not what life is about. Ain't no part of life a soft walk. They not going jacket. You know what I'm saying? Not going jacket at all. They gonna roll over you. They going, you know what I mean? Whatever you think is something in which that somebody should care about, oh, they not. They gonna use it against you, even if they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they do pop up, boy, they just gonna use it against you. Point being is, you need to be out on your own. Men, especially, like I said, dudes, it's not even a kick out. I'm trying to up you, my guy. I'm trying to get you prepared for the real world. Dog world, to eat or be eaten. Don't nobody care. I tell my kids all the time, fam, all that crying and that don't matter. Me and your mother might care. Your grandparents might care. Outside of that, I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Don't nobody give a bleep. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Why? Because they got to worry about them. They got to worry about days, and you not it, or you not it. So at the end of the day, all that, it's not going to work. Yeah, you might find somebody that at work going, but I'm talking about the majority and the masses of the human population, which, might I add, the human population needs to stop growing, or they need to start like doing something, process elimination or something, because, yeah, I don't know what anybody else looking at, but from where I live myself, from when I was born to now, too crowded. I don't know who my neighbors is, where they come from, and on top of that, they asking me. One of my neighbors gonna come out the house. He from a whole nother country, never seen this dude a day in my life. I think the FBI was at his house, all sorts of craziness somebody told me. Which, how true it is, I don't know. Nor do I even care, because I be minding my whole business. Point being, this man gonna come outside and ask me, who in my house is a Republican? I'm looking at this dude like, what you, Homeland Security? Dog, what difference does it make who's a Republican? But it's me. Why? And how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, how's he privy to such information? That make me feel like you watching me. You watching me. I done lived there. Me and my family done lived there since early 90s. You just got there and you scanning who we are? Fam, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong. You know what I mean? I don't get it. But you know what I mean? I be jumping from topic to topic and all that. Shout out to y'all. Hello, yeah, man. Hello. Okay, I see everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you know, I be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving to work and all at the same time. I'm trying to procure this other joint, you know what I'm saying? I got a nice little something lined up for me, hopefully. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna speak on it till I crack the pinnacle. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's in the making. It's in the making, it's for the taking. I just gotta get up and get it, that all. Yeah, man, back to the whole, like, being buried without no, like, so now, more than just a few of my homies is buried in the ground. And all they got is the stake, the stick. Matter of fact, I could take you, when I get out of work, if I'm lying, I'm done. Yo, Black, hold on, my ninja Black. He probably the only one who got a headstone. And it's official, glossy, flossy, and all that. You know what I mean? I hate to say it like that, but, you know what I'm saying? Yo, my son, you know what I mean? Right. Outside of him, it break my heart to go to some of my homies' grave sites, because it's like, yo, it make me feel like the world feel like these niggas didn't exist. Like, dog, they ain't got a headstone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? And it's like, I can't even blitz the fam, because it's like, they fam. Yo, why my man's joint not, like why he ain't got no headstone? Nah, that's unacceptable in my heart. That hurts the soul. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That hurts my soul. It make me feel like, all the people that love and this, that, and the third, and for me, if these is gonna let me sit there like that. Like, nah, dog, I don't, look. And legally, you can't even do nothing about it because it's on some like, if you ain't got the deed to the plot, you can't even make the legal decisions to put, even if it's in, you just doing it out of goodness of your heart, good graces or whatever, you legally can't do it because you don't have any legal standing to say, to do anything with it, with the plot, with the headstone, nothing. You don't have no legal ground to do anything about it. So you just gotta sit back and wait and watch for years. So my question is if a family member of yours was to leave this earth, how long would it be acceptable for them to lay in the ground with no marker, with no marking, with no name, like they never existed? You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, if they wanted to be cremated, look, if they wanted to be cremated or they wanted to be placed without a marker, I'm sure they would have asked to been cremated. But that's not what they wasn't cremated. They was buried. They didn't say, oh, bury me to an unknown plot, like, nah, I don't like that. That don't sit right with me. So I'm like, yo, look, man, somehow, some way, there should be some way in which that, like, you could go around the legal process of putting something on somebody. Like, if they have nothing, and the funeral, I mean, and the graveyard, like, you know, like the cemetery knows, like, yo, yeah, this is the person's name. They're just trying to put the headstone on it, not do no sort of maliciousness and, you know, change this, write another, whatever. I'm talking about solely putting your name on your headstone. That's it. Because I tried to do it before. That's how I know, like, I'm like, yo, hold on, how long is they gonna be without the joint? Like, nah, it's been too long, my heart hurting. Like, I don't care who's supposed to do it or what's going on. Look, I'll do it because at the end of the day, yeah, I go and I see these people. I pull up, like, I spend time, I lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be chilling. For real, for real. That's why when I go, I want a mausoleum. Because I'm like, yo, how I be chilling? Yo, you come in, get out the rain, sit. Right, bring your phone, TV, chill out, right? Snacks, whatever you want. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to just be like on some forgotten, like put in the ground and, oh yeah, it's done. Like, nah, dog, I ain't jacking that. I'm not jacking that. I don't like that. It hurts my heart. I feel some sort of way. Wait a minute. If I die, they gonna do me like this? They just gonna leave me in the ground without, like, so, like, what's the point of, I bet, boom. So what's the point of a headstone if it's not to say who that is in the ground for whatever purpose? I mean, I would think that's what the reason is. That's the only, right? So it's like, if you bury me with no name, it's like I never existed. Because how do you find me once I'm gone? I'm not alive, right? So if I'm not alive, you can't find me. And I'm gone, but where am I? Okay, yeah, it says they over there, but where? Even if we go there, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? If the building, the records, the fire, it could be a world, the world could just be in turmoil. There ain't no offices, all the papers on earth, the records is gone. We still got stone rocks that say, yo, Blase Blah was here. I'm such and such. I live from such and such to such and such. I need that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I be telling a lot of my dudes, G, like, y'all be Geronimo and wanna, you know what I mean, do all these Killer Man gyros types, but you ain't even got the money to bury yourself, let alone to keep up your grave after you pass. Like I go through on the holidays, I'm there. Christmas, I'm there. On your birthday, I'm there. I'm pulling up to your grave. I'ma beat it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the people that, oh, you dying, you know what I'm saying? I just bring you up once a year around your birthday. Oh, happy. I don't do that. I'm thinking about you all the time. Yo, if you went to my crib, if you go inside my crib, it's a certain part of my crib, it's nothing but, it's like a whole, I got everybody there. I got pieces, parts, things, you know what I'm saying? They all there. I keep you. You stay with me. Facts. So I be like, yo, man, shit is just sad, G. You know what I'm saying? I seen a post the other day about something. It's like, yo, dog, like a lot of what's the name that, you know what I'm saying, like we getting into, it's not even serious, dog. It's not even serious, man. You know how many of my mans, let alone, you know how many of my mans done killed my mans. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a true story. I got wild friends that my friends done killed my friends. Whether we was all friends at one time or I just know you and I know you, but y'all both know I know both of y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? And then to be for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, people, friends and family looking at you like, yo, how you his friend and you the friends of, that shit is crazy. But if they only knew, there's a billion of us. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Any dude in the street, I'm guarantee you gonna tell you. And when I say in the street, let me say, when I say in the street, I don't mean necessarily doing nothing illegal in the street. I'm talking about where we from. Where we from, unfortunately, yeah, that's the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say where we from, I'm talking about the location in which that we was raised, live, where we got our roots from. That's the streets. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, I ain't even gonna go there yet, but you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. So, you know what I mean? Other than that, that's a whole nother topic, whole nother day. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm on the route, en route to work. I'm focusing on this and all that, you know what I mean? But point being is a lot of my friends, a lot of us is gone for absolutely no reason at all. You know what I mean? Chump change type shit, you know what I'm saying? And that hurts. Because it's like, yo, I love my mans and I love my mans. I f with my mans and I f with my mans. My mans, he gone now, dog. It's like, I can't, you know what I mean? Because he might have gone too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't even, mad? Nah, I could never be, you understand what I'm saying? Like, not into either I f with you or I don't. Let me put it that way. If you my mans, if I don't, I don't. Because I don't with at all. You're not my mans, you're not my enemy, you just don't even exist. You're not on the radar, you don't blip, bling, you don't nothing. I could be looking dead past you, through you, all that. Once I don't with you, I don't with you. You're not gonna hear me saying nothing bad about you. I'm not gonna be bad mouthing you. I'm not, yo, don't mess with him and I'm not doing nothing. I myself personally won't give you no sort of nothing. You're not getting no, I'm not looking, I'm not talking, I'm not saying noodles. You don't even exist no more to me. You know what I'm saying? Once you play yourself a certain way with me, I don't even get back what? You ain't got nothing to get back from. You know what I'm saying? Like you, right, I got a whole life to live. You got what? You just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it like that, but you just you. You know what I mean? Me and you, we never the same. Could never be the same. You know what I'm saying? From day one of me being born to now, we not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, the universe don't accept us the same way. You know what I'm saying? The universe don't look at us the same. That's a guaranteed fact. I ain't got to speak on it. But either which way, man, yeah, like, gotta do something, man. Stop wasting your life around people that, you know what I mean you no good. A lot of people just be wanting to tap in and check in. Like, I got friends that I know, these just hit me on some, like, I got friends that hit me when I know it's just drama, I know it's beef. I'm not paying attention to that. I got friends, you just gonna hit me just trying to see friends, just trying to see what I'm doing, talking about some, oh, yo, I'm just, nah, man, ain't nobody gotta do nothing. Look, you do what you do, I do what I do, you mind your business over there, I'm minding my business over here. Ain't no love lost, no hard feelings, no none of that. Another thing too, I've been having a few situations recently done came across my not the platform, but my real life platform, where it's like, if you see I don't deal with somebody, right? Why would you then go deal with somebody? That's like, if I don't do business with somebody, right? For whatever reason, I don't do business with them. And then you turn around and see fit to do business with them, and then want to call me, or then, because you know, at one point in time, I might have done business with whoever that was, or we might have been friends, close, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now, mind you, if you see I don't deal with these people no more, right? Why on earth would you then go deal with these people? Tell me. Like, it don't make no sense. It don't. At all. So I was like, come on, dog. You gotta make better decisions. You gotta watch your surroundings. Like, yo, what's the name? Yo, Rayzin, you know what I'm saying? If I don't mess with somebody, dog, it's follow suit. You know know what I mean? Like, if you see I don't deal with somebody on the business note, like, we might speak, yeah, what's up, whatever, I keep it cordial, how the kids keep it moving. But then you do business with this person, and then you call, you hit, and you read, the business didn't go as it was supposed to go, but then it's like, well, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I don't have any sort of dealings with this dude. You know, I don't deal with this dude no more. I mean, we don't got no, what's the name? You know what I mean? Like, that's dog. What you want me to do? Nah, I'm saying, look, man, it's like, you gotta have to learn the hard way like everybody else, G. I don't deal with that dude for the reason in which that you probably don't. But people gotta learn the hard way. Long story short, I'm gonna put it to you like this. A friend of mine brought a car from a friend of mine. The friend of mine, oh wait, hold on, let me see, put it this way. A friend of mine brought a car from a once close friend of mine. That once close friend of mine lost his mind. So in him losing his mind, I let him lose his mind. You lost your mind. Cool. You over there now. So now, everybody used to seeing me and the one that once was close. Always doing what we was doing together. Everybody moving around, shaking. We getting money. We move. You see him, you see me. Cool. Now, you see me, you don't see him. You see him, you don't see me. Now, oh, yo. Look, respectfully, I'm not the type, I don't talk about people behind their back. I don't smear campaigns. I don't run around trying to get 5,000. Oh, Lord, hopefully I ain't have this in my hand. What's the name? I don't run around trying to get 5,000 people to be on my side, to be listening and glistening and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be doing all that. If me and you done fell out, we no good, or we not on good terms, I just leave it like that. We not on good terms, we fell out. But now, the friend of mine, let's say friend one and acquaintance two. Friend one hit me like, yo, acquaintance two, pull some others. I'm like, yo, not for nothing, friend one. You ever see me around him or him around me? But mind you, you know the what's the name because you went to a mutual one of and the other's friend. You know what I mean? The friend in which that we no longer friends. I ain't got no issue towards him. Like I said, I never had no problem with him. You know what I'm saying? At all. Man, I'm gonna put it on the table. Me and the friend that fell out, this is what happened. Quick, fast, in short, but not in short. Everybody know I tell long, short stories. Anyway, point being is, I bet, boom, I was still 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? This was God knows how long ago. I went through something in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Went through something outside, bang, recovered, came back. My man's, he like, yo, you want a job? You want to work? I'm like, work? Hell yeah. So, boom, now I'm in the spot. I'm in the spot now. I'm a newbie. I'm a new worker in the spot. While I'm a new worker in the spot, the managers is coming up to me like, yo, what's going on with your friend? I'm like, what you mean? They're like, oh, nah, your friend, he acting like he in charge. He doing what he want. He acting like he a boss or a manager now. He wasn't doing that until you got there. So I'm like, yo, I'm happy to be alive and working. I don't know nothing about nothing else. You understand what I'm saying? I'm happy to be alive, free, and working. You understand? So, boom, they break it down to me like, yo, look, he's only supposed to do this, that, the third. He got you doing this. Because they asking me like, yo, what you doing? Yeah, because we supposed to do this. Nah, who told you to do that? They like, he not a manager. I'm like, dog, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, you tell me whatever you tell. If you tell him something and he relays it to the rest of us, I just got here. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I told the manager, I said, yo, I don't know what he was doing before or what he doing now, but from where I sit, yo, do me a favor. This is me talking to the manager, like, yo, do me a favor. If you gonna give orders or directions or whatever, whatnot, then give it, like, tell me directly. You feel me? Like, what? Are you the driver? A driver of what? What's the name? So now I'm like, I tell the manager, like, yo, if you got whatever you gotta like order, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you want us to do or me to do, tell me specifically, so there ain't no like, oh, you go tell him and then he tell, and then you know what I'm saying, what you told him ain't what we end up doing and now I'm doing. Because it happened a few times where my mans that got me the job working there was like, yo, XYZ to the third. And I'm like, oh, all right. So we do it like this. I do it like that. I happen to be walking across the yard and a manager come over like, yo, why you doing that? What you mean why I'm doing that? Then no, who told you to do that? And then it's like, I just got there, so I can't say, hey, I just had the bright idea to do it myself. So I'm like, yo, yeah, what's the name? So he'll pop, yeah, you know, I told, well, who told you to do? Yeah, because, and then he'll get mad. So like I said, one of the managers, actually both of the managers that came to me at, you know, not all at the same time, but they came to me like, yo, we don't know what's going on. His behavior has changed. He talks to us sharp and aggressive. And I'm like, yo, not for nothing, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is I'm happy to be alive, free, and working. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need me to do, just tell me, I'll do it. So, long story short, that takes place, whatnot. They offer me a spot doing something that I know my man's really wanted to do. So I'm like, damn, this dog, my man's been talking about, when he was my man's, you know what I'm saying? He been talking about, like I said, I ain't got no ill feelings toward him at all. I never did. Only ill feeling I got is like, yo, dog, how could you? You know what I mean? I put my life, freedom, neck, dime, time, reason, rhyme, and everything else out on the line for you. You acting like you ain't never did that for me. That's a fact. Show me who it is. Where? So anyhow, boom. I'm like, they fire him. Oh, no. Before they fire him, they offered me a job at a whole nother joint, running a whole nother joint for Dolly. I could have been running the spot for Delphin. You feel me? Like, so boom. I tell them respectfully, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta decline that solely because my man's got me the job. The job you offering me, the spot you offering me after time of me being there is the spot that he really want. So, not for nothing, I'm not the type, like, I'm on some, like, that's my man's in real life. If he was a co-worker, I might have been like blanket and just did it anyway on some like, oh, all right, man. Right, they seen me fit for the job. But that was my man's in real life. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Blank the job. I ain't going, you know what I'm saying? I know my man's really wanted this. If anything, I'm going to tell them respectfully, I got to decline. But, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, he's the one who really wanted the spot. So I tell them all that. They like, yo, not for nothing. That's honorable. And we appreciate whatever, whatnot, So now I don't get the spot. He don't get the spot. They open up the spot. That was running around fake type some sort of way. So now when they come back on the back end, they like, I bet. You sure, you know? I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? If anything, please, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, he got me the job because I feel some sort of, this is me talking to my boss. Like, at the time, like, me like, yo, not for nothing, I would feel some sort of way because that's, you know what I'm saying? My man's, he got me the job. But mind you, he got me the job, but mind you, y'all offering me a spot in a position on which that I know that he wanted. So I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna have to decline. Later on down the line, when they seen whoever they had over there and doing whatever they was doing, we was at carports. We work at the ports. You know what I'm saying? With the cars, when the cars come in off the ships and the trucks and all that, that's what we was working at. So now, boom, now the job that they was offering was to run a side joint off the port in Newark. You know what I'm saying? In Jersey. So that's big deal. That's a big deal. So I'm like, oh, bang. See, I had to pull a base maneuver. So now, boom. Oh, that's because I ain't got the defrost on. I'm like, why is it getting hot and steamy in here? So now, boom. they clip, they offer him the spot because Lane Brain, whoever was over there, wasn't running. So now they come back. They like, yo, you sure? I'm like, nah. They like, yo, we gonna offer it to your mans. I'm like, all right, cool. They give it to him. Plus, I'm gonna keep it a buck. At that time, I wasn't wheeling and dealing. I couldn't be going back and forth to New Jerusalem. You feel me? So boom, I'm like, all right, he got it. So now he back and forth, New Jerusalem, Brick City. Shout out to Brick City. I'm in Jersey now, bang. So now boom, he go out there, he's shaking and moving, but he still got that same mentality where it's like he doing whatever he want. He coming up with his own bright ideas and he applying them. They don't want him to do that. They want him to do what they ask him to do, and he keep doing some other shit. So now he start getting like, you know what I mean? Like blank them. Long story short, they end up firing and keeping me. So now I'm feeling like, yo, I'm telling like, yo, God, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not, yo, if they fired you, I'm like that. They'll tell you in real life, I'm really like that. If they fired you, they can't get me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that in real life. Like I walk in the door with you, right or wrong, I'm leaving out the door with you. I'm not, oh, we go out, some pop off, yo, where's he at? I can't find him. Ain't none of that going on. we came together, I'm not leaving until, right, you know the 80s baby gang. Anyway, so boom, when they fire him, now, mind you, my mans that I grew to become or grow a relationship with pause at the job site, which was, you know, we was pulling cars, certain dudes was pulling cars for truckers when they came, pause, you know what I'm saying, for tips. I ain't know nothing about no tips. I was just pulling cars to be happy, bouncing around, moving. I'm alive, I got legs, feet, my lungs work, you know what I'm saying, I got stabbed both my lungs, all sorts of crap. So I'm like, yo, I'm not thinking about no tip. I don't care about no tip. I'm just doing my job. Boom. Do the job. Now through the job, like I said, me acquiring, you know what I mean, certain friendships with the drivers. So now the same dude, these dudes didn't even pull their cars because they ain't tip or this, that, and the third. So now, like I said, me and a certain driver, we became cool. So now when they found out my mans got fired, right? They like, yo, what happened to Blase blah, whoop-de-woo. I'm like, yeah, you know, they like, yo, the managers was saying this and saying that. Was it this? Was it that? I'm like, yo, look, not for now, I don't know. So, you know what I mean? Like, they like, yeah, now how that feel? Like, you here? I'm like, but he don't care. He don't mind. We already talked about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing. If they clip you, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got me the job. I'm about to lead them niggas on E. You feel me? Like, who they think they is? You feel me? So you like, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do. You got to get your ones and your two. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? Kept rolling. Boom. One of the truckers come to me like, yo, woo, woo. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. AKA, he like, yo, one of my mans about to open up a yard in Connecticut. He coming down, da-da-da, woo-doo-doo. Yo, I know what's the name. He, you know what I mean? He accustomed and acclimated in doing, he talking, this the driver talking to me about my mans. So I'm like, oh, facts, boom. So when he tell me that, I'm like, yo, good looking my ninja, talking to the trucker, like, yo, good looking my ninja. And not for nothing, I don't know if anybody know it or not, but somebody might have said it long before I said it, but I don't know if I gave birth, but I want to say I gave birth, but I'm sure somebody done slipped it in there before me. Somebody gonna find a snippet, or edit a clip of somebody saying it, but they said it at a, you know what I mean, speculation in it without, you know what I mean, any sort of like, you know what I mean, consistent, you know what I mean, presence. My ninja is mine. That's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave birth to it, I grew it, I nurtured it, I helped it grow and sent it out to the world, and now everybody say my ninja. That's a fact. Y'all could have came up with 1,001 other different sayings. You know what I'm saying? I came up with my ninja because when my grandmother was alive, there's no way on earth I could have been rapping and spitting and singing, cursing and all sorts of, so I had to be, anyway, that's where it come from. But back to the story with my mans and the job and the trucker. So now the trucker come to me like, yo, his people's about to open up a yard. I'm like, Gucci. He like, yo, what about your mans? He still, I said, yeah, boom. I hear him. I tell him, right, boom. I get him the job, right, at the new spot through my mans, the driver, the driver who came, and put me on like, yo, my man's, he opened up a spot. I'm like, all right, let me tell my man's, because he specifically came to me and was like, yo, where's your man's? You think he'd be interested? And I say, yo, good looking, he would. Appreciate you for that. Boom. So now I get my man's the job. Once I get my man's the job, right? Tell me how we up in the spot. Now, matter of fact, oh, I'm lying. I get my man's the job, right? Oh, hold on. So, all right, boom, I get my man's the job. I don't want to get too crazy. I get my man's the job, right? So now, boom, I get him the job. How it go? I get him the job. He working, everything Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Everything good bread, you know what I'm saying? So now from there, what happens? Oh, I'm still working at the old spot. Yo, Kev, what up, Kev? You know what I'm saying? If you ever see this. So now I'm working at the old spot with, you know what I'm saying, ganging them, you know what I'm saying? Not gang, but I'm talking about, you know, the co-workers and all that. So now, boom, I'm there at the joint with the co-workers, you know what I'm saying? And we about to go to lunch. Me, my son, Bonze, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Haitians, you know what I'm saying? Sapa say na boule mazami, you know what I mean? But my son, Bonze, my son Kev, he know, you know what I'm saying? Toto Makut. Hold on. They said don't say that. I just, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm an American. Right. I'm just playing around with the Toto Makut. I know they be get crazy about over in 80. IAT. So now, boom. Nah. Truck driver? Nah, I'm not a truck driver. What's the name? So boom. Oh yeah. So now back to the joint where my man's got me the job. I'm over there. Mind you, he got fired from the spot. So now I'm at the new spot. I'm still at the old spot. He at the new spot that I got him the job at because the trucker came to me like, yo, I know they fired your mans from this joint for acting like he was a manager trying to dictate and dictatorship and tell us what to do over here when he ain't no authority to do so. Boom. So now I got him a job at the new spot. He at the new spot, right? Boom. I get fired from the old spot. I'm gonna tell you how. Boom. Me and my man Kev, it was me, Kev, and my son Henri. You know what I'm saying? The Haitian, you know what I mean? So now, boom, Kev not Haitian, I think he's Jamaican or something, but he American. Henri, he from Haiti, he original Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Boom, and then you got me, you know what I mean? Grapes and sunshine, bang. So now, we going to work, we going to lunch. All the like football fields worth of yards that we get to the front of the yard, about to leave, turn around, we see somebody stealing a brand, like, mind you, at the time, we don't know it's being stolen. We see somebody driving off the top of the hill, and mind you, where the cars was and trucks was, there's no way on earth anybody that worked in that yard would drive anything off. It was a truck, but you can't even drive anything down them hills without damaging the cars. So we looking like, yo, somebody must have slid because it was like rocks and all that. Like you go too far, it'll slide, but not sliding how it looked like someone was trying to get low. So now I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, something don't look right. So now I'm like, nah, dog. I know one when I see one, and that's one in progress. So I start, everybody know me. If you know me, I whistle like like some 90-year-old Spanish from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? That's who taught me. But anyhow, you can hear that shit in Pluto, Mars. So now, I'm blowing. Security, mind you, security got one leg and one eye, ironically. And he gonna go look the opposite way in which that I'm even pointing and whistling. I'm saying, I'm pointing, yo. He like, he looking this way. I'm like, this nigga, got this, it's not security. So anyway, boom. Whoever booked the joint, they book it. They book it brand new. I think it was like a pickup truck, something. Brand new, spanking new, straight off the lot. They booked it. Out the yard, drove past security, all that. Mind you, we usually being like lease returns on some lamping, you know what I'm saying, going from car to car across the yards. If I was in a lease return, I probably would have pulled some like, hold on, some Hawaii 5-0, put the joint on top of the car. You know what I'm saying? On some book 'em Dano type, you know what I mean? Fake type. Cause I'm like, yo, dog, you stealing from, I'm not the police, but you stealing, I'm taking it like you stealing from me. You stealing on my watch, you stealing on my block. You know what I'm saying? My literal block, like the hood all the way on the other side of the same block. So I'm like, nah, son, you're not gonna come from wherever you can, and there's no way you could be from the hood, because you would see like, oh, nah, that's blase blah. Nah, you're not gonna do that here. So now, whoever it was steals the car. I don't know what I was thinking. I go tell these people in the office, tell the owner, all that. You got this. He's sitting in the office, cigar, feet up. What's the problem? Yeah, I just ran, because I ain't had no lease. I done ran from all the way to the front to the. Somebody done stole a car, Stewie. Oh yeah, he still got his feet up on the desk and all that. Like, he ain't even worrying about it. I'm like, all right. We bounce. We was going to lunch anyway. We go to lunch. While we at lunch, we get the call like, yo, you guys got to come back to the warehouse. The police is here. They want to take a statement. I'm like, take a statement? I mean, I'm going to tell them the same thing I told Story. Like, yo, we was all about to go to work, go to lunch. We was at the gate, about to go out the yard. Not the real gate, but we was about to go out the yard. And we heard like a revving of an engine. We turned around. When we turned, matter of fact, I think it was me. Matter of fact, I'm lying. It wasn't even Henri. It was me, Kev, and Claudio, a.k.a. Big Boss. You know what I'm saying? Big Boss. Don't with the big B-O-S-S. Big Boss. Claudio. You know what I'm saying? Straight from IAT. So now, boom, Mazami. So, boom, it was me, Kev, and Big Boss. You know what I'm saying? We was about to go to lunch. We heard an engine revving. We turned around. When we turned around, we seen whoever that was coming off the hill, kicking up dust, rocks, all that. So now we go in, we tell them like, yo, we just seen somebody bounce. They drove out the yard. We told security. They drove by security in a cloud of dust. Down the Ave, jumped on the E-way, was out of there. So now, boom, we go to lunch. They like, I told you, we ran back to the office. We tell them, and they're like, oh, I bet. We go to lunch. They was acting like it was nothing. I'm like, all right, whatever. We go to lunch. They call us while we on lunch. Come back. We got to tell the same story to the police. Tell the same story we told, what's the name? Yo, we was about to go to lunch, turned around, seen somebody coming. Evan read that. We came, told them that was it. We ain't see nobody, got nothing to do. None of that. So now, tell me how the next day, yeah, you know what happened. They talking, maybe not the next day. I think like what happened, something happened. And not for nothing, my boss had just got finished putting me, fake type throwing me under the bus, because he was like, he brought us in, and he bigged up, he ain't big up nobody but me. He was like, yo, you don't hit no cars, ain't no damages, no this, no that. I'm like, damn, why you? I mean, I appreciate it, Stewie, but you should have did that on the back end. Now these things gonna be looking like, yo, look, I'm just happy to be alive, dog. I'm just happy to be alive and doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get the rest of the coworkers off me. I ain't trying to outshine them. I'm just doing what I do on a regular. You know what I'm saying? If that happens to outshine certain people, it do. Nine times at a time. If you working near or around me, I'm probably gonna outdo you. And I'm not trying to outdo you. My work ethic is just I don't be playing at, you know what I mean? Me at work and me outside. Two different individuals. I got the same type structure, but at work, oh no, everything flawless. You heard? Flawless. So anyhow, boom. So now the next day come my boss, he like, oh yeah. Matter of fact, the day before any of that happened was when my boss gave me the big up, like, oh yeah, you don't damage no cars, you this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, and something had happened, and I was like, yo, I brought it to his attention, like, yo, matter of fact, I think I smacked the car or some, like, because somebody didn't put it, something happened, but I went and told him, like, yo, I did it. So that, which led to, out of all the damages in the yard, he was basically beefing about all the damages in the yard that took place and whatnot, and I was the only one that came and fessed up and was like, out of all, he fried everybody else, but gave me my little big up. I'm like, all right, I'll take it, but why you trying to get me smoke in the back end? So boom, come the whole car getting right mistaken, taken. The next day, They have a meeting or something like that. They call everybody in one by one. And I'm looking like, oh yeah, they call Henri, they call my son Big Boss, they call me, and then they call my son, they call Kev, then they call me. Yo, now mind you, everybody at the spot is foreigners. I'm talking about foreigners to the point as to which when I first got there and asked for a cup of water, this was like, water you got to bring from, what are you talking about? I got to bring water from home. Dog, this is a workplace in America. They supposed to have water. I ain't bringing no water from, or you could buy. I said, this, dog, I don't, you know what? Y'all foreigners, y'all don't know. That's why. Look, anyway, long story short, you know, they had the documents and all, you know, when you go into the work safety and all, they put that up like, I don't even know how long after that, because I'm like, yo, dog, I start, and it's not even, I wasn't trying to, I'm just like, all I asked, that's how I really started. I asked for water. I was like, yo, where the water at? They all looked at me like I had 18 heads, like, water, you ain't bring nothing from home. Dog, what do you mean? You see what we working? You see the environment and conditions we working? You telling me they ain't got no drinking water nowhere? Y'all bugging. This America. This ain't Haiti. This is America. By law, there's supposed to be water. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care what job you on. Period. So now, they end up firing me and my son Kev, Bose. They end up firing me and Kev. And I'm like, yo, wait a minute, hold on. How you fired me and Kev like we wasn't part of the pack that came and told you if we didn't see it, security's half for 1 foot, no eye, 2 cents. He wouldn't have bagged it. He wouldn't have seen it. He wouldn't have been paying attention to it. He would have just thought, somebody came to pick up the truck and drove out the yard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. So now I'm doing the math. I'm like, yo, dog, they fired us because they like, yo, they did the math like, yo, we don't think any of the foreigners would do it. It had to been the 2 street met the real, you know what I'm saying? It had to been the only 2 real, okay, I'm going to replace real with real Americans, but you know I want to say real, you know what I'm saying? Look, they fired the only 1 of that was from this soil, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they think we had cahoots. They think, I guarantee you they think we had some sort, fam, all the time I done been here, all the jobs I done worked. Look, if you in my lives or you ever seen it before, you probably seen it. I remember the last time I stole something. I was in junior high school, and I'm talking about, I don't even know what years ago. I was in junior high school. It was a can of Pringles, Cheesums. I remember it like it was yesterday. Every time I got on somebody for stealing, listen here, you miscreant, rodent, back snatching. Look, you scurrying in the night, thieving that. Who the like is a thief? Like I be frying people. You's a thief? It's a bum. Like you steal, get money. You thieving. So now, every time I would scorch somebody in the back of my brain, I'm like, yeah, you could scorch them, dog, but you a thief too. Remember them Cheesums you stole? I had to get that off my brain. So I had to go back. Went back years later. The lady was still there. I'm like, miss, you might not remember me. I was a shorty doo-wop ditty then. You know what I'm saying? But I got to pay for this now. She's like, what you talking about? I stole this when I was like 4. Miss, I want to pay for it now with interest. She like, baby, she started laughing and giggling. Baby, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's you got to go. No, miss, because you don't understand. I'll be frying people for sneak thieving. You know what I'm saying? A outright bogart or a strong arm, that's not a sneak thief. A sneak thief is like on some like, oh, wait, you waiting for the moment of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Pull some sneak thieves. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, dog, I don't like that. So I had to pay for that. You know what I mean? Got that off my chest. Now I feel fine. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago. So now, but boom. Now when my boy, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I damn near cried. I almost cried. Because I'm like, yo, like I said, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be working. I'm getting a real check. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the job that I do. I like the people that I'm around. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pig right now. So when he said that, all I could think about is, I'm like, yo, this dude don't really know me. Dog, you accusing me of stealing? What? Yo, hold on. Fam, you could call United Nations, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, my mom's, anybody that know me, the lady from Dick's Deli that I stole the Cheesums from and went back and paid for. I'm not no thief. I'm not going, and I'm a line up the theft and be the one that bag it and report it. Ah, come on, yo, look, yo, right. Right. I had to like move. You know when you about to start, right? I had to, yo, like I'm not. You really fried me. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken because I'm like, yo, what part of me gives you the impression that I would steal, let alone do that to you, Stewie? Fam, you know how gracious I am for you hiring me and me not having to be in the street. Like, he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, almost brought me to tears, almost broke me on some like, what? Like, yo, fam, you really gonna rob me? And what was crazy too, I just got the crib, my credit, I was fixing my credit was up. I was about to get a second job, all that. I'm like, yo, I'm about to be out here, Daddy Warbucks doing it. That shattered my whole, broke the whole trifecta up. Got fired. Mind you, when I got fired, right? Backtrack, remember I said, boom, my man's got fired long before I did because he didn't want to listen. He thought he was a fake type. I'm in charge. I'm the manager and all that. Boom. He got fired. I got him another job at another spot through one of the drivers that he included, did not deal with until I started dealing with the drivers, getting their cars and without, I need a tip and all that other craziness. Because truthfully, how it started is the drivers would pull up and I would just take their list and I'd be looking like, why nobody else? And then I did the math, like they be coming up to me talking about, yo, they could pull their own cars and yeah, cause you know that. What? Nah, dog, yeah, that's how the cars get messed up in the yard. 1, 2, ain't that a part of the job? Y'all tipping, yeah. It's like y'all holding the drivers, like I don't get, but anyway, look, I'ma just do what they ask me. That's a part of my job description, I'm doing it. So now the drivers that these dudes never used to move for, they on some like, yo, who this dude? Hey, yo, papa. A lot of the drivers, they Dominican, you know what I'm saying? But my man's the driver that I'm talking about. Yo, shout out to my son, Frank Sinatra, old blue eyes, you know what I'm saying? Crystal blue eyes, I call him, yo, Frank, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Mr. Sinatra himself. When he pulls up, his cars be in a lot row already. So that's the one who came like, yo, pause. He came like, yo, I know your man's, he got fired and blah, blah. He wasn't even a fan of him like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because they say he used to walk around, face all twisted up. I don't be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that, it's there. I ain't got me walking around like that. Anyhow, so boom. That's the driver that my son Frank, he came to me like, yo, I know your man's got roasted, fried, blah, blah, blah. I was figuring, you know what I'm saying? My people's about to open up a yard if he want to rent it. Cool. Lined that up, he got the job. Now, remember, I still worked at the old spot. The old spot now talking about I thefted or had something to do with the theft of a 2000 Blase Blah Durango or whatever it was. Pickup, it was a truck. So now, boom, I'm heartbroken, shattered. You know what I'm saying? I tell, you know what I'm saying? He already know because we like 2 peas in a pod on the outside in real life. In real life, we 2 peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? Outside in real life. So now, boom, when I get fired from that job for that shit, I already got another job waiting for me over here because the owner know the trucker that came with the information to give to me to give my man the job. So he definitely so now, boom, we both in the spot. Me and my man's working at the same spot that I got him the job working at because he got fired from the job he got me working at. And I didn't get fired, and then they fired me for some false accusation types, which they later on found out that I ain't had nothing to do with at all. Let go, but you know, in New York, you could let somebody go for whatever and whatever you feel like, and there was no, y'all fired me because y'all visually looked. It was like, yo, look, you know what I mean? His homies and them probably they right down the block. We know none of the foreigners would do it, and they do kind of look the type. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kev look the type, American type, you know what I'm saying, at that. So I'm like, man, dog, look, You basing whatever you basing off of solely assumption and eyeballing. You know what I'm saying? You trying to put one and one and act like it's two. You trying to put one and one together and act like, oh, you came to get, no, you incorrect. I don't steal. So now, boom, I'm working at the other joint. While I'm working at the other joint, tell me, some time goes by, right? Tell me how one of the other managers I used to stay in touch with, and one of the other managers happens to be the brother-in-law of the boss in which that we had at that place. He let me know, like, yo, Rayzin, not for nothing, we found out that dude had nothing to do with y'all. It was somebody from Connecticut, but had nothing to do with us. So I'm figuring, I'm like, oh, yes, I get my job back. Not that I was going to ask for my job back, but I'm like, oh, okay, they came to the understanding. At least at my job back, at least say, yo, Rayzin, I'm sorry for even doing you like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even, because even if they would have offered me the job back, honestly, I probably wouldn't have took it because I was heartbroken. I'm on some like, what? Hold on, dog. Yo, you know what's crazy? I probably would have around and got locked up. If I was in a lease return, I probably would have been chasing the dude around in the streets, playing bumper cars, trying to get the truck back. No plates on the car, my car, not insured, none of that. They probably would have locked me up for it. I'm dead serious. They probably would lock me up. Oh, yo, you was driving a car, no license, wasn't even your car. You stole it out the yard. They probably would have locked me up. Now that I think about it, the way that they treated me for you know what I'm saying, for even bringing the fact of the effect being even brought to their attention. You know what I'm saying? How they treated me off that alone, I'm like, yeah, they definitely would have just left me to the wolves, set me up the river, whatever. So now, boom, they fired me from that joint. I'm at the new joint. You know what I'm saying? The joint that I got my mans working at through the driver in which that used to work with me and him, or not with us, but come to the yard to pick up cars that we worked at together. So now we both work at the new spot in which that I got him the job working at. Fast forward this long, short story real quick, because I got to go hop, skip, and get to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Tell me how I come in work one day, like, he got this thing, anybody, when it's like, fam, if you're going to ask me something, ask me something. Don't start with, I told you. I told you sound crazy. Forget what it sound like. My moms don't say, I told you. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody going to tell me something, I told you, it's going to be my moms. Outside of that, my moms, my pops, can't nobody just walk up to me I'm telling you, you ain't telling me nothing. I'm a grown man. You could ask, you could suggest, you could give your opinion, make a statement and all that. You can't tell me what to do. You could, like, you understand what I'm saying? So now, one time we talking, or he went to go say, so y'all remember I told, hold on. Yo, my ninja not told, you know how I feel about that. Him of all people know, because when somebody pulls some, yo, didn't I tell who, hold on, who you told him? Nah, yo, let's look for another word, because if you say tell, if you say I told you to do, or I told you or something, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it just because you said told. So now, just because you used told, I'm going to make sure that whatever you told me to do, I don't do, and see what you going to do if I don't do it, or when I don't do it. Since you don't understand how to speak to nobody. You're not telling me to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now, boom. Now, mind you, I'm not taking this on some like, yo, what I told you about that told, I'm not taking it nothing like that. I'm on some like, he just talking and, you know what I mean? He forgot like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't, not told, you can't tell me to do something. You can ask, you can suggest, you can get an idea and you can't tell me nothing. So now, boom, something else happened. He like, didn't I tell? Oh, you all right? Nah, dog, I gotta tell you about, no, you know what I mean? Nah. I know what you said. I don't care about what you, all that, yo, you know, but you know what I'm saying. No, I know what you keep saying. Because if you keep saying something specifically that I keep telling you, we don't do that. you speak a certain way and you get addressed a certain way. If you don't do that, I'm gonna keep bringing it to your attention because it irritates me. Not only does it irritate me, but fam, you got to learn how to speak to people, because if you don't, I'm not the type of person you want to speak to, because I'm highly intellectual and my vocabulary is, you know what I'm saying, is quite nice as far as I'm concerned. So I can communicate, I can get through, you know what I mean, to many different ranges of people from different walks of life. So if you don't understand, it's because you don't want to understand. If you don't want to understand, it's because you're doing it intentionally. If you're doing it intentionally, now it's time to take off the smart hat and put on the dumb hat. You know what I mean? Dumb out hat. So now, something happened. He said it again. It's like 4 times. Like, didn't I tell? Yo, dog, look, all this tell shit, I told you about this before. You and nobody else but my moms and my pops can tell. So now, some take place, whatever. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I got a customer in the car with me. He doing whatever he doing. He walking by. Me and the customer talking about some. He like, yo, I hear my man's walking by riffing and whatever he doing. I don't even think, I'm not even paying the nigga no mind. Part of stuff. I'm not even paying this no mind because you're not talking to me. We ain't got no smoke. We can't have no smoke. That's in real life. This is work we talking about. Work, you one, I'm like, I'm two. Real life, it's not like that. So now, boom. Yeah, so he said, and I'm like, yo, yo, this whole like, I don't, you know what I mean? He like, yo, so now he walking by, beep, 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 beep. So the customers in the car with me, they like, yo, I think he talking to you. I'm like, he not talking to me. That's a fact, he not talking to me. So then it's like he's sub talking to me, but he not talking to me, because I don't do sub talking. I don't do subliminal talk. Once I find out you subliminally talking to me, I'm gonna go directly to you and we gonna be talking. Right? You can scratch the subs, baby. I'm here. We could put the dots on the bottom of the exclamation point. Facts. I don't do all that mystery. So now, boom. I think we had whatever couple words, whatever, whatnot, whatever. Not you something light. Joked it off. Got home. Got outside. Like I said, outside, heat or 3, whatever number it is. Anyway, so boom. I get outside. Oh, the next day. Oh, we go to the hood, blow it down, everything. Laugh, giggles, we tell the story. You know everything. Whatever. So now, I think it was like the next day. The next day come. I come in late. A strong trait of mine at times. You know what I'm saying? I come in late, Virgo gang. I mean, that's how we do. Fashionably late. You know what I'm saying? So now, boom, I come in late. Mind you, we open the yard. Our boss ain't there. He not there. We open the yard. He got the keys. Me and him, we there. The truckers is outside the gate waiting for us, all that. Boom, no problem. I come in late. This on go. What did I tell you? Who is you talking now? Nigga, you don't see. You done lost your mind, dog. Who you talking to? Talking about, yeah, how many times I gotta tell you about being late? What? Hold on, time out. Who is this, God or the boss reincarnated into this? Who you talking to? Cause you stealing company. What did this dude just say? I'm stealing company time. I'm not even going to speak on here what the man used to be doing, but you talking to me about stealing company time. You crazy. I had to throw on the what's my son? Jake. Yeah. I had to throw on the Italian Staten Island, the Jake boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what? You bugging? So I'm like, nah, he must be power tripping, because that's what it is. Because outside, I'm and I guess you feel like you here. Dog, let me tell you something. I don't give a about this at all. Mind you, I got the job there. So before we got into it, and before, I don't like violating people that I say I love and care for, or you know what I'm saying? Because one, I don't mean you that. It's not, me and you ain't never gonna get into it because of some shit that I did and I violated, and it don't happen. It don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only one person on earth, like I said, and y'all probably heard me say before, that can say anything. That's my son, Tay. Outside of that, can't nobody say nothing, and he can't even say nothing bad about me. He could just say, yo, my ninja, not for nothing. Right, you still owe me that little 5-piece chicken McNugget. Outside of him, can't nobody speak nothing on my name. If so, I'm telling you now, false, cap, lies. You know what I'm saying? They reaching. Anyhow, he then go to tell me, this is my man's, that I got the job. He go then to tell me, yo, it's not me, it's the boss. The boss is the one who say, yo, you can't be late. He be seeing you on the camera. Dog, you from Brooklyn. I'm from the Allen. I'm with the Italians. You hear me? You know, it don't count what? No. So I call the boss. Italiano. Yo, look. Johnny. His name not Johnny, but still Johnny. What's going on, Johnny? Hey, everything good at the warehouse? Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You told what's the name to say, tell me something about being late? He was like, hey, I ain't think nothing about being late. You do whatever you want. I don't care what you two do. As long as the work is done, I don't care what time you come in or what time you leave. So now I'm like, oh, this is coming from the boss. So if the boss say he don't care, where on earth did you come from in your brain that I'm late in stealing company time and the boss said that? This ain't got nothing to do with nothing but what? And here at this job, like the other job, like with the managers kept saying, yo, Rayzin, we don't know why all of a sudden you got here. He started changing. He started trying to act like he was running things. And the only thing I could come up with was, because there's been a few times in real life, which it's my door, it's my people's, it's my section, my zone, my everything. And you trying to move like me in my section. And because you can't move like me in my section, not because I'm telling you can't, my section is telling you can't. Like, yo, whoa. You can't just walk up in the spot, dog. Like, you not Rayzin? Yo. You can't just walk into my house like that. You not Rayzin? This is what he be trying to do in real life. Yo, didn't I tell you, you got to put that over there, not over there? You got to move it. Why? Because when you asked me to hold you down a certain way so you had a place to put something that you needed to put, I asked my peoples to extend their section to you as if you was me, and they did. Then you did what? You went along and tried to do whatever you wanted to do, thinking you was master orchestrator when you're not. You never was. So now the only thing I could think of is, oh, okay. So in real life, because I'm number one and a dictator that trumps whatever you be talking about, you trying to pull some, oh, at work, I'ma be, ain't gonna work, dog, because not for nothing, I don't give a fuck about this. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think I do, just because you think you could talk to me because, oh, I'm happy to be working and I got a job. You stupid. Yo, dog, I forgot what I said. I said, yo, son. I said something like, yo, you got one. I asked him a question and I was like, yo, look, man. He just looked at me and drove by. So from right there, I'm talking about this life and all. Like, I done been outside. I done been in 30-foot walk. I look, all true facts and stories. You know what I'm saying? All true facts and stories. I done been in third world type in the all that. And you trying to post some power tripping about some job? Quiet, dog. Quiet. So I dubbed it. But that was the story about, people's trying to go deal with this dude because, they think like, oh, yeah, because, oh, that's Red. No, that's not my man's, dog. That's not my man's. We do not, he does not subscribe to the channel, not to the real channel, but to the real life channel. He don't subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no issue with him at all. I ain't never had no issue with him at all. None. Anybody that got an issue with me, they got the issue with me. They ain't got no issue because I did something to them. They issue is they got some made up issue with me. Facts. I don't got no issues with nobody. I don't got no enemies, meaning like I don't have no enemies. I don't have nobody that, you know what I mean, where it's like, oh yeah, I don't like him, or man, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you gotta be somebody important to be, you know what I mean? Like for me to care about where you end up on my map and thinking the screen, it don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but let me get to this, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get to these dollars, get to these cents. I've been up since like 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock. You gotta stay hydrated, you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all know who y'all are. The alkaline, I be drinking the alkaline on a reggae, with my Dr. Schultz superfood every morning. Dr. Schultz superfood, the green one or the purple bottle, the purple container or the green container, either which one. How you looking like you're 15 again, you understand? But I'm out of here. Let me stop. You know, doing too much. Acting like I'm doing all that. But yo, everybody be safe. I appreciate you for joining the live, you know what I'm saying? War, safety.